What's up, guys? I'm here with Ian Moore, plant-powered cyclist.
Yep.
Him and his family were gracious enough to host me for the last night here in San Luis Obispo, California. Beautiful area, beautiful home. And I pretty much knew nothing about Ian until yesterday evening. Right?
Yeah,
And shared a little of his story with me, and I was super impressed and by several different things. But the first thing, tell everyone how long you've been vegan.
Over 23 years now, my whole life. Yeah.
His entire life. He's 23 years old, and
Yeah.
he's never known anything different than eating a plant-based vegan diet. Which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Pretty unique, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, his mom, she's been into it for 34 years.
30, I think it's 37 or 38 years.
37
Yeah.
or 38 years.
Yeah.
That's a super early pioneer for the plant-based movement, you know?
Yeah.
And Ian lives a life that I feel like maybe in the future people will live, where you don't even have to say you're vegan. It's just you eat, foods that are good for your body, good for the planet, good for, things in a larger sense. How was that growing up, I guess, compared to the standard American way of living?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really even think about it, when I'm just with my parents growing up. That was just how I was raised. How most kids probably don't even think about their food. They eat what's there, and so it wasn't until I was exposed to other kids in society where I really was like, I eat differently than everyone else, and then you have, in school you have kids like, oh, what's that, about your pesto sauce, or like green food,
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're such a weirdo.
Kids can be cruel sometimes.
Yeah. So that was when it was kind of like, oh, I eat differently than, and then and then I would kind of learn about why I eat that way, and then I became interested in veganism and activism and all that, and just but it's kind of a opposite. Growing up as a vegan is kind of opposite as maybe some people get into veganism, because it's like I was a vegan first, and then I learned why I was a vegan.
Then you learned, you didn't learn first.
Most people learn, and then they become vegan. So a little bit different, but yeah, definitely an interesting experience.
Yeah, man, I love that. My sister's currently raising a kid, and he's 18 months old. He's been 100% vegan.
Oh, wow, that's
it's
awesome.
cool to see, someone in the flesh that has grown up living this whole way and certainly hasn't stunted their development in any way. You're what, 6'3"?
Yeah.
6'3". I'm a pretty tall guy, and Ian's taller than I am, and I don't know how tall your parents are, but it seems like you've outshot both of them by quite a ways. So plant-fueled diet is definitely the way to go. Yeah, and I want to share a little bit about your athleticism. What you've been a bicycle racer for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of grew up an athlete my whole life. I played soccer, I did triathlons when I was younger. Then I got into bike racing. My parents raced bikes, so it was just kind of natural, and they were always super active and encouraged me to get outside and explore. So I started racing when I was 14 and kind of just progressed from there, and then raced the last 4 or 5 years on the professional circuit, mostly around North America, a little bit in Europe, and
Dang, man, professional circuit, that's big league stuff. Can you share any of your, I don't know, really cycling times, or if times are even as much of a thing in the cycling world, what some of your accomplishments, I guess, have been?
I've been on a lot of, fortunate enough to be on a lot of good teams, and I raced for the junior national team a little bit over in Belgium, and I was top 15 in the under 23 national championships, and
Yeah, man.
yeah, I won the San Dimas stage race, which was a big race down in Southern California as a junior, and yeah, I've had some good results. But I've also, cycling's a team sport. I've also got to contribute to a lot of big team results on the teams I've been on. So
Heck yeah, man.
yeah,
Bicycling's definitely
yeah,
a big thing here. Ian's parents were like an ultra cyclist, right? Ultra
yeah,
endurance
they
cyclist.
did Race Across America, and went for
Fun stuff.
records across California and all kinds of crazier stuff than I've done
So
for sure.
cool.
But,
Yeah,
yeah.
they have like a dozen bikes in the garage, and yeah, it's really cool to see it be a family thing, a family that's into health, fitness, and then just like conscious lifestyle in general. I think it's cool you guys don't even. I guess you guys have a TV there, but
We
it's
do.
like it's not a.
We don't
It's
even
definitely-
watch TV though. It's just like Netflix sometimes. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
or
It's not
YouTube,
a central
Yeah.
part of your guys'
Yeah.
life. I didn't even notice it. A lot of families spend a lot of time in front of the TV, but your family seems to be into conversation. And I just went for a hike with Ian's dad outside, so it's good vibes around here. It shows what a family unit can be. It's pretty cool. And yeah, delicious food. I'm super thankful you guys fed me on my journey south in California.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, man. So what are your future ambitions or plans? I know you've been like going away to study a little bit the last few hours since I've been here.
Yeah, I'm going to school for public health.
Okay.
And so I'm really interested in nutrition and disease prevention
Heck
through health promotion, and just educating people on how to take care of their bodies. And I think it's obviously a huge problem in the world,
Mhm.
contributing to a lot of disease in general, and so that's why I'm going into public health.
Heck yeah,
I want
Have a
to help people. That's the
big
general
purpose.
goal. So
Yeah, big purpose, and
um,
that's what this
yeah.
our society really needs.
definitely.
But before we go, I think you should tell a little story. Some people might be wondering about.
Oh,
So,
my
but-
teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
So,
just
yeah.
normal to you now, but I thought it might be something you wanted to share. Basically,
Yeah, so it's not
it's
a nutritional deficiency. Yeah. yeah, getting all the right nutrients in. But I crashed on my bike and going down a descent, and I just slid out in a wet corner. There was some oil, and my front tire kind of went out first and just brought my head right down and knocked my two front teeth out, pulled part of my maxilla out. So I've had to get surgery to put a bone graft, take bone from my lower jaw and put it up in my fill in the maxilla. Then I had to get second surgery to get an implant put in, and then eventually in a couple months I'll have some new teeth. But
yeah, man.
I don't even
that's
notice it
intense.
anymore.
Yeah, it's just who you are.
who I am.
Who you are.
I gotta cut up apples. That's about it. I can't
Wow.
eat a whole apple.
But other than that, you're
Anymore. Other
embracing
than that,
it, man.
I'm
You
fine.
don't
Yeah,
even
still,
you
crush the smoothies and
Yeah.
everything. So
You gotta be
It works.
brave as a cyclist. I mean, it's one thing, as an endurance athlete to push through pain. You have to be tough to be a runner, cyclist, swimmer. But the danger involved in being on a bike, going fast, especially down hills, is scary for me at least. I don't know if I have the guts to do a lot of that stuff. But yeah, man.
yeah, it's definitely scary sometimes.
It's kudos.
Yeah.
So do you have any plans to get back into racing in the future, or just gonna wait and see? Or?
Yeah, I'm focusing on other things right now in my life. I think I have like 5 kind of part-time jobs going on, just
Whoa.
like working. Most of them I don't get paid very much,
Yeah.
but working in the health center at my college, doing nutritional consultation like with other students. Some internships and stuff.
Mhm.
So I have a lot going on, and I'm super motivated, in public health and nutrition going that way. But I I also still train on my bike a lot, and I love to do that. And I'm not going to be racing at the level that I have been. Like I'm not going to be racing on a team next year, on the professional circuit. But I'm, but I'll keep riding. I may do some races too. And I've actually been thinking about getting into more like gravel racing and endurance mountain bike racing, which is more of a kind of grassroots scene, a little bit less, intense and more down to earth. So, and I really like riding, just adventure riding, gravel, and I don't know if you know anything about that, but just
Nice to break the
exploring, not just on the road all the time and doing. I've done that, serious, like regimented road training and racing for so long that it's nice to kind of mix it up with different stuff. So yeah, I may do some gravel races and mountain bike races and more bike packing, bike touring. I've got some trips in the works. So more of a relaxed vibe around the whole thing. But for sure, still love riding my bike. It's a big part of my life.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love hearing people doing what they love to do. Clearly this guy's ambitious. He's gonna do big things in the future. Where could people find more about you? You have an Instagram, right?
Yeah, I have an Instagram, IGMoore, IGMOORE, and that's probably one. I post some YouTube videos occasionally.
Oh, really?
You can find that from my Instagram. It's linked there.
From your Instagram, and I'll put a link in the description as well to his YouTube. Man, I'm in a similar boat, hoping to, or going to make posting more videos a priority, make it happen. So hopefully, you can be putting out more content in the future. I'm sure people would be super inspired by that. So
yeah, I will. Looking forward to seeing your videos too.
Man.
That would be cool.
Well, cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know Ian a little bit. Be sure to check out his links in the description. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Thanks, man.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Awesome.